A new documentary series is taking a closer look at the city's legendary punk rock scene of the 70s and 80s. And an all-star group of musicians recently gathered in Brooklyn to create a theme song for the show.
It's a song from the 1890s called The Bowery, reworked by a band called The Derelicts. But this isn't just any group of musicians. It's a who's who from the influential New York music scene of the 70s, 80s, and beyond. Drummer Clem Burke of Blondie, guitarist Richard Lloyd of Television, bassist Glenn Matlock of the Sex Pistols, guitarist and bassist Ivan Julian of Richard Hell and the Voidoids is producing. Not to mention singer Chris Gruen. His dad, the legendary music photographer Bob Gruen, was also there. The session at Julian's Super Giraffe Sound recording studio in Williamsburg to record the theme song for the documentary The Bowery Boy. The 8-part autobiographical series is from filmmaker Bobby Sheehan, who grew up on the Lower East Side and in Canarsie, but spent his formative years at famous clubs like CBGB's and Max's Kansas City, photographing the legends of the emerging punk scene.
I would just go and hide and be part, like be in the shadows, and just the adrenaline of watching the Ramones or Television or Blondie. It was addictive. And then when I got a camera in my hand, I was like, okay, well, if I can go there, I have a little bit more of a reason to be there, because now I'm a participant, not just a spectator. Are you going to sing looking up or down? Right here. Bam. So wants to be out over there, so it's really getting in that corner.
I think we got an arrangement together for the song.
Cool.
More up-tempo kind of punk rock arrangement.
I got to show Bob Gruen on my phone my pictures of you.
Oh, cool.
From 1976.
Right. Those are good pictures too.
What do you think about going back to that time and showing people? You think there's going to be interest there? Because
I think it's going to be real interesting, because it's not only someone who grew up in that neighborhood, but someone who moved out and then kind of elevated himself through the use of a camera and turned to the arts and music scene of the 80s and 90s. So I think it's going to be brilliant.
Oh, the night that I struck New York, I went out for a quiet walk. Folks who were on to the city say, better by far that I took Broadway.
I threw them a 4/4 version, like a little punkier version, just as an option. And then otherwise, I got the lyrics. I got them kind of in my head. There's a lot of them. Comes in still around 3 minutes that way.
1, 2, 3.
This will be the theme song recorded by these legendary musicians.
and let's talk about that. I mean, what a crowd you got in here. I mean, that's pretty darn cool to have these guys. Tell me about the process of getting this group together.
Really appreciating the music of Television, Blondie, Sex Pistols, and Richard Hell and the Voidoids, and now here they are. And then meeting Bob Gruen, and now Bob Gruen's son, who's also going to be in the band. Concept of what's happening today is something, as the teenage version of myself would have thought, there's no reason for that to ever happen.
So this is a pretty darn cool day for you. Yeah.
This is an awesome day.
Then a policeman came walking by, chased him away, and I asked him why. Wasn't he...
My lifelong fascination with artists started once rock music got into my veins. I wasn't aware that musicians were artists, but I was desperate to find out who these people were and how they had the guts to go all in and do whatever it takes to get their art out there.